Hello, friends. The form filling season for all the examinations that you'll be appearing for is has already started. And with the CAT examination and the other important examinations approaching, you all must be worried about what should be the daily schedule that we must follow with less than 5 months left for the preparation of CAT or whatever time at which you are watching this session. I can say that at every moment you will be feeling anxious about whatever time that you are left for the preparation of this examination. So, friends, keeping all these things in our mind, we are here with a new session in which we'll be discussing. I'll be telling you something about the daily schedule that you must follow to prepare for CAT 2023 in order to, if you want to ace this examination. So, friends, good afternoon once again and welcome on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I'm Gaurav Gupta, and today I'll be telling a lot of things about the do's and don'ts that you must follow in order to continue your journey towards the preparation of CAT 2023. Daily routine to ace CAT. Now, before I'll tell you what routine we must follow, I would like to talk a little bit about the expected pattern for CAT 2023, and we'll do a very small analysis of all three sections, and we'll tell you about the cutoffs, the targets that you must set for yourself in order to target a particular percentile, right? After which I'll be talking about what daily routine that should be there that you must follow, and that will be a very brief thing, and it varies person to person. So I'll be telling you my point of view, what should be the minimum number of hours that you must study for, how you can basically schedule different things that you have already prepared for, and some of the things that are left to be done. Okay, so I'll be telling you each and everything about that. And later on, towards the end, if the time will permit, we'll practice a few, like 4 or 5 questions of quantitative ability, just to make sure that all of you, your tempo is high after this session. All right. So, friends, let's start with this. So, first of all, discussing about what's our take on the paper pattern. So I'll be running through this particular thing very quickly because I've already covered most of these things in my previous sessions, and we'll be talking more about the daily routine that you must follow. So as we all know that CAT examination is divided in three sections. So our expectation for section number one, VARC, is the number of MCQs. It may range from 19 to 21, and number of non-MCQs, it may range from 3 to 5. So total number of questions that we are expecting to appear in the VARC section this year is somewhere around 24 to 26. Now, all these things are based on the pattern that we have seen in the last 2 or 3 years. Now, for DILR, we are expecting 15 to 18 questions from non-MCQs, from MCQs, multiple choice questions 15 to 18, and non-MCQs around 5 to 6. That makes the total number of questions somewhere from 20 to 24. Okay, in QA section, 16 to 18 number of questions can be of the type of MCQ, and non-MCQ it can be 6 to 8 questions, and the total number of questions in this section of quantitative ability can be somewhere around 22 to 26. So minimum of 22 and maximum of 26. Okay, now these three sections, if I'll add up, so total number of MCQs questions we are expecting somewhere around 50 to 57, non-MCQ questions 14 to 19, and the total number of questions in CAT 2023 we are expecting somewhere from 66 to 76. The section wise time limit will remain same. It will be 40 minutes. The marking scheme will remain same. It will be +3 for correct, -1 for wrong, and 0 for unattempted. As we all have seen, in non-MCQ questions, there is no negative marking. So yes, for this particular type of questions, there is no -1, even if you will get an incorrect answer. Uh, Rutik, it happens with everyone. It is a very common thing that there is a fear of only 4 months left for CAT, and you have for cat, and I'm just started, so you have just started your preparation. So Rutik, if you will give your 100%, like whatever time I'll be suggesting that you must take out from your daily routine for cat preparation, if you'll give more number of hours, let's say if I'm suggesting 10 to 12 hours on daily basis. So since you have started just now, you have like you are lagging behind a lot of students, so you will have to increase the number of hours, then only you'll be able to do justice with your preparation and hence cat examination. So make sure that you are spending more number of hours as compared to any other student who is preparing and who has already started his or her preparation before you. Okay. How many questions to target in QA during CAT for good percentile? Now, a Blue Crusader, one thing, first of all, it totally depends upon the level of difficulty. Okay. Totally depends on level of difficulty. But if I look at the pattern of last 2 or 3 years, the trend of last 2 or 3 years, then I will tell you in today's session what should be the score that we must be targeting. So this particular thing I will be covering in today's session. I'll not only be talking about QA section, I'll be talking about the other two sections as well, as to what should be our target percentile, target score, target number of questions to achieve a particular percentile. All right. Okay, Devika, good afternoon. Vaishnav, sir, I feel sleepy all the time. I don't have anything to do apart from studies. Still, I don't know where to where time gets wasted. So, Vaishnav, first of all, you feel sleepy while you are studying. So, I would advise all the students who have such a complaint. Okay, like they feel sleepy, they don't feel active. So it's better to incorporate to add 45 minutes of exercise, any kind of exercise other than weightlifting. Okay, any kind of exercise. You can do running, you can practice yoga, you can do stretching. So minimum of 30 to 30 to 45 minutes of exercise must be there on daily basis, and you will start feeling active through the entire day. It is preferable that this exercise should be done in the morning if you are a morning person. But if you are not a morning person, you can do it at somewhere around 6 or 7 p.m. in the evening. That will keep you active throughout the day. Okay. All right. So I'll be taking up some questions towards the end of the session. But first of all, let me continue. Now, if I talk about CAT score versus percentile, the total score, I'll be looking at the last year, CAT 2022. Total marks in CAT was 198, and the student, so Rutik, you can, no, not Rutik, but Blue Crusader, you can have a look at all these scores at which a person got 99.9, 99.5, and the other percentiles. So a total score of 110, a total score of 110, 111 will fetch you 99.9 percentile overall in CAT examination. Now 111 divided by 3, it is 37. So if you will get 37, effectively 37 questions correct out of total number of questions, out of 66 questions, then you will be among top 0.1% of the people. Okay, for 99.5 percentile, a score of 93, that means effectively a total of 31 questions correct. That is not even half of the total number of questions. So you attempt 31, make sure that all of them are correct. You will get 99 plus percentile. All right. At 82.5, somewhere around 28 questions correct effectively. Okay. So I'm talking about effective number of corrects. So 28 attempt, 28 correct. If you are attempting 31 and 29 correct, so effectively your score will be somewhere around 81, 82. All right. So effectively your score should be 82 point something and you will get 99 percentile. So you can have a look at the table to target a particular percentile. So if you want to get anything above 90 percentile, so in CAT 2022, effectively somewhere around 16 to 17 questions correct will fetch you 90 plus percentile out of total 66 questions that came in CAT 2022 examination. All right. So this is CAT score versus percentile for the last few years. So I have made the table for the last 7 years. But I would suggest you, since this year we are expecting a pattern which was similar to the last 2 years, so you can just look at CAT 2021 or CAT 2022 in order to set any kind of target for yourself. All right. Now, moving ahead, let's look at the CAT section-wise analysis, a quick analysis to all the three of for all the three sections, starting with VARC section. Okay. Now, for VARC section, this is what we have observed in the last 4 years. Okay, this was the number of questions. So you can look at these markings. So if I talk about verbal ability section or sentences and para completion type of questions, so last year there were two questions. The year before that there were two. The year before that there were two. So last 3 years, I look at just last 3 years. So odd sentence out and para completion, there were two questions. For para summary, there were three questions in all the 3 years, in all of the last 3 years. Para jumbles, it was three questions, and three questions. So as far as these three types of questions is concerned, the number of questions have remained same. The only difference was in the questions of reading comprehension, but that too in CAT 2020, not in the last 2 years. So in the last 2 years, we have seen 16 questions in each of the examinations. Okay, so 16 questions were there from reading comprehension. So I can say that reading comprehension, the majority of the questions came from this area. So if you're strong at reading comprehension only, okay, you can take care of, I would say 13, 14 questions of reading comprehension. You can attempt 13, 14 questions of reading comprehension with a good, decent enough accuracy. Then you can get more than 30 marks alone through reading comprehensions. Okay. Now, moving ahead and talking about score versus percentile. Okay. Now, in VARC section alone, talking about the last year, a total of 23.5, effectively 8 questions correct, will fetch you 90 above percentile. Then a score of 29, that means effectively 10 correct, has fetched 95 percentile. 38.5 score, effectively 13 questions correct, 99 percentile. And somewhere around 14 to 15 questions effectively correct will take you in top half percentage of the people. Half percentage, 0.5 percentage. That means you are among the toppers. If you will get 43 marks in CAT 2022. All right. So you can note down all these figures and you can estimate, you can set a target for yourself for CAT 2023. All right. Now, moving ahead and talking about data interpretation and logical reasoning, the second section of CAT. So these were some areas from which most of the questions have been asked in the last 6 years. Now, the majority of the questions have come from reasoning based DI. So this is the total number of sets that have appeared in the last 6 years. So more than, like, average out karoge agar, to more than one set has appeared in the last 5 to 6 years from reasoning based data interpretation alone. The other topics, the other important areas are matrix and grid, matrix arrangement, Venn diagrams, all right, scheduling and matrix. So these are all logical reasoning type of questions. Unconventional hybrid games and tournaments, there have been 6 sets. So yes, this particular area has also been asked a lot in the last few years. Okay, rest other areas you can see. Now, what trend I have observed in CAT is over the years we have seen the number of questions from logical reasoning to be increasing and number of questions from data interpretation, they have been decreasing. So CAT is focusing more towards asking the questions from logical reasoning rather than basically testing you for your calculation skills, right? Okay. Now these are further areas. Now, if I talk about the level of difficulty, now level of difficulty in the previous year question papers. So if I look at the total 75 sets which have appeared in the last few years, now majority of them have been from moderate to below moderate level of difficulty. So I have made a line here. So two sets have been easy. It's difficult to get easy sets, but easy to medium, there were 19 sets. Medium, there were 23 sets. Medium to difficult level, it is less. than the other two categories, 16, and difficult is 15. So if I talk about these three, 25 and 44 sets have been below moderate level of difficulty, and 31 sets 31 sets have been above moderate level of difficulty. All right, so we can say that majority of the questions that have been asked in cat in the section of logical reasoning and data interpretation have been moderate or below moderate level of difficulty. All right, now moving ahead and talking about score versus percentile for this particular section. A score of 15, that is only 5 questions effectively correct, will fetch you above 90 percentile. Okay, 7 questions effectively, 6 or 7 questions effectively correct will fetch you above 95 percentile. Around 10 questions correct will take you to 99 plus percentile, and just 11 questions correct and you will be at 99.5 percentile. Okay, so out of, let's say, last year there were 20 questions. Last year there were 4 sets of 5 questions each, right? So there were 4 sets. Out of these 4 sets, if you will finish 2 sets completely and you can just enter the third set and solve 2 or 3 questions of third set, then you can easily get 95 plus percentile with a decent enough accuracy in LRDI section. All right, fine. Now let's move towards the third section, that is quantitative ability. Now in quantitative ability, these are the breakup of the number of questions according to the 5 areas that we have in quant. Now every year you can see that arithmetic and algebra, from arithmetic and algebra you will see majority of the questions coming. Okay, now geometry, mensuration, number systems, modern maths, yes, the questions have appeared from these areas as well, but every year we have seen at least 14 to 15 questions. More than two-thirds of this section has come from arithmetic and algebra. Now looking at this, a lot of students will ask me that, sir, why can't we leave all the other areas and just totally depend on arithmetic and algebra? Are you so good in arithmetic and algebra? This is my question to you. So if you are 100% confident that you can do almost every question from these two areas, I'm not saying every question, but I'm saying almost every question. You are competent enough, you are strong enough in these two areas that you can attempt almost every question, as in 99% of the questions you can solve from these two areas. Then in that case, you can completely depend on these areas. But if you are an average student and you are like preparing yourself mentally to leave the other areas and then completely depend on these areas, these two areas, then it will not be a good thing to go for. Okay, so I would suggest, if you are an average student, so finish up all these areas, focus more on these two, but still make sure that you have basic amount of information, basic amount of knowledge about the other 3 areas: geometry, number system, and modern maths, so that if in case a very easy question appears from any of these 3 areas, you are in a position to attempt that particular question. That is the only intention behind suggesting you not to leave anything in any of the sections for CAT examination. All right. Now moving forward, score versus percentile. So at somewhere around 6 questions correct, 90 percentile. Around 8 questions correct, 95 percentile. Around 11 to 12 questions correct, 99 percentile. And somewhere around 12 to 13 questions effectively correct will be taking you to 99.5 percentile. All right. So one of the students was asking about the QA section. So this is the score versus percentile mapping for QA section, right? So that's all about the analysis. Now let's come to the point, the daily routine that we must follow for CAT 2023. Now, before I'll tell you any routine, I must say that I am no one who can fix up any kind of routine for all of you. Okay, I can just give you some suggestions. In case you are able to follow these suggestions, then you'll be able to score good in CAT 2023 or beat any other examination. In case you are following, you want to follow, and you are unable to follow the schedule completely, but still you are able to do justice with your preparation, then also it is good. But if you are just listening for the sake of keeping you mentally satisfied, and you don't want to follow, or you are unable to follow anything whatever I'm telling you, then it will become difficult for you. Okay, so make sure that whatever I'm going to tell you now in the next 10 minutes, at least try to follow this particular schedule up to 90% of the accuracy. Okay, so if I tell you to study for 14 hours, you must study for at least 12 to 13 hours. Now, totally it depends on person to person. So, if your studies are going fine, you have already started your preparation for CAT 6 months back, everything is finished, you have started your revision, then you may be a bit lenient in following this particular routine. But for an average student who is still struggling, which is the sadly maximum number of students are lying in that category. So if I'm an average student, and I'm struggling with the preparation of CAT at this moment in time, okay, then I must be like 100% accurate in following this particular schedule that I'm going to tell you right now. So the first part of this schedule is the first half of the day. Now, first thing, you must set specific goals. मैं हवा में नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. You have to set specific goals. Okay. So now, instead of setting up long-term goals, let's talk about setting up the short-term goals. Okay. Long-term goals का मतलब क्या होता है? We are setting up the goal for the next 1 month, or the next 4 months, or the next 6 months. We are not left with 6 months. Okay. We cannot break the entire time in the chunks of one month. So let us start now breaking the whatever time that we are left with in one week के जो छोटे छोटे पैकेट्स होते हैं उसमें ब्रेक करने की कोशिश करते हैं. Okay. So first of all, start setting up short term goals. So start setting up the goal for one entire week. That's it. उसके बाद कुछ नहीं देखना. ठीक है. So what will happen after 1 week, I don't know, but I need to set up a goal for 1 week, and then break this 1 week in 7 parts, 7 days, 7 parts. Okay. So 1 week, let's say I'm just taking an example. Let's say you decide to finish up with arithmetic in 1 week. Okay. I'm just taking a random example. Obviously, you cannot focus only one area, only one section. You will have to do justice with all the three sections in 1 week. Okay. So let's say 3 chapters of arithmetic, and then let's say 50 questions of para jumbles and para completions, and 2 topics of logical reasoning or data interpretation I'll be practicing in the next 1 week. All right. So now after you have set this kind of goal for yourself, then start breaking up all these things in the 7 days and start adjusting all these things in those days. So let's say today I'll start with time, speed, distance. I'll finish up all the basics of time, speed, distance, and will practice some of the examples, some of the practice questions of level 1 and level 2. This is one thing that I'll be doing today. After that, I'll also be practicing, let's say, 20 questions of para jumbles and para completions. Other than that, I'll be practicing 10 sets of LR or DR, right? So this will be the entire thing that I'll be doing today. Now, after setting up this particular goal, now it will not take a lot of time in setting up a goal. Okay. Some people keep spending their entire time in planning, and they don't spend time towards execution. So I would say that spend just a few minutes in planning, and spend majority of the time, most of your time, or even all the time in execution for that planning. Okay, that will help you a lot, right? So आज के लिए goal set कर लिया. Time, speed, distance, practice questions level 1 and level 2, 10 sets of LRDI, and let's say 20 questions of para jumbles or para completions, right? Now you will have to see how many hours you can take out in the on the first day. So today, let's say you promise to yourself that you will take out 12 hours for studies. So now you can start dividing your entire day like this. So first of all, the morning study session. So I'll wake up, freshen up, and then I can spend somewhere around 2 hours towards studies. So let's say you are a person who wakes up at 7 a.m. Okay, then you can start studying at 7:30 a.m. आराम से हो सकता है. I was also a student. I have seen a lot of students following this kind of schedule. I teach more than 1,000 students every year. In the last 15 years, I must have taught more than 15,000 students. And I can say that there is a certain percentage of students who are following this schedule, even a rigorous schedule than this one. So you are not an exception. You are not the prince or the queen of a certain state. Fine. So you can also practice, you can also follow this kind of schedule without fail. So at 7 a.m. you'll wake up 7:30 तक बैठ जाओ पढ़ने के लिए. In case you want to practice some yoga in the morning, so practice yoga for half an hour, 45 minutes, and you can start studying at 8 a.m. Okay, right? Now, at starting from 8 a.m., you can study up till 10 a.m. That is a 2-hour session. Now, if you feel hungry in this duration, you can take a break off for 10 to 15 minutes and grab a quick breakfast. Otherwise, if you're not a person who gets hungry early in the morning, then you can take a break at 10 o'clock. You can take a half an hour, 45 minutes break at 10 o'clock. Eat something, rest for a while, and then again start studying maximum by 11 o'clock. Okay, so that will give you a break, that will give you a rest, and then you can start your mid morning study session, another 3 hours. Okay, so if you start at 11 a.m., then you can study up till 2 p.m. So that should be a 3 hour sitting. Now get free at 2 o'clock, take a break, have your lunch, and then again start studying after 1 hour. So 2 बजे तक studies किया, then 2 to 3 p.m. you can take a break. It's a 1 hour break, a good quantity, good amount of break. So 1.5 hour का break लो, and then you can again start studying maximum by 3:30 p.m. Then again give it a sitting of 3 hours. So up till 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. you can study, and then once again you can take a break for half an hour or 1 hour, right? Then again starting studying at 7:30 p.m. This can be extended up till 10 or 10:30 p.m. All right. After which you can have your dinner and you can have a good night's sleep. Now, this particular schedule is for a person who is a morning person. So, if you wake up at 7 o'clock or maybe earlier than that, then you can give more number of hours towards your studies. Okay. Now, same is the type of schedule that can be followed if you are not a morning person. So, if you wakes up at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., so you can start following this particular schedule whenever you wake up in the morning. So you wake up at 5 o'clock, you wake up at 8 o'clock, you wake up at 10 o'clock, you can follow this particular schedule. Now, once you are done for the day, now while you are sleeping, so what you can do is you can set up a 7 hours of sleeping time for yourself. In case you are a person who wants some sleep during the day, so you can reduce this 7 hour to 6 hours. So you can have a 6 hours of sleep at night, and then half an hour के दो power naps ले सकते हो during the day, or you can have a 1 hour good sleep during the day as well. That will keep you freshened throughout the day. Okay, so this is one very simple schedule that you can follow throughout your week. So keep setting up daily goals, keep following, keep revising your goals after every 1 week. So this is very important. So let's say today you feel that whatever things that you have set up for yourself, whatever target that you have set up for yourself, it got completed 1 hour early. Okay. So next day, try to set a new goal, a new target for yourself, and increase the amount of or increase the number of questions that you have done on the previous day. Okay, so अगर थोड़ा सा जल्दी complete हो जाता है सब कुछ, that means you can like you have set up a very small target for yourself, and you can always increase, you can always keep revising the target that you have set for yourself. Okay, in case you feel कि यार बहुत ज्यादा हो गया, थोड़ा कम होना चाहिए, so you can reduce your target by one or two questions of verbal ability, one or two sets of LRDI, and so on and so forth. Make sure that you are revising your target, you are keeping a check on your target on daily basis. After 1 week, after 1 week, do a proper analysis of whatever you have done in the entire week. Okay, if you sit, relax, look back at whatever you have done, spend 2 or 3 hours in revising whatever you have done in the entire week, then you will start feeling confident slowly and gradually. All right. Now, some students are asking a few things. Okay, so Vaishnav says that, sir, I made a target to complete algebra till 10th of July. I completed that on 11th of July, but after that, due to I didn't had any goals further, I wasted my entire week. So Vaishnav, Quant or your studies does not end on algebra. Okay, so Vaishnav, you understand that you have set up a target for yourself. So till the time you had a proper target in your mind, you were studying. When there was no target, you kept on wasting your time. So, like I told you towards the end, you must always keep on revising your target and keep setting up a new target for yourself. ओके, सो ऐसा नहीं है कि एक चीज खत्म हो जाएगी देन आप एक नया टारगेट सेट करोगे, नहीं, यू मस्ट रिवाइज द टारगेट 1 or 2 days बिफोर द कंप्लीशन ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर टारगेट. सो लेट्स से आपने 10th ऑफ जुलाई को सेट किया था, यू न्यू की 10th ऑफ जुलाई को कंप्लीट नहीं हो रहा, सो 9th ऑफ जुलाई को ही आपको थोड़ा सा रिवाइज कर लेना चाहिए था एंड यू कुड हैव सेट अप अ न्यू टारगेट फॉर द नेक्स्ट 1 week or 10 days. Okay, so this must be done. Getting 8 questions right in BA will take you 97 plus. Shri, I have discussed all these things. Okay, struggling with geometry, how to tackle with geometry. Now, you are struggling with anything. There is only one way to tackle with any of these things is through practice. So if you don't understand the basics of geometry, then go through the lectures of geometry, revise each and everything, remember each and every concept, all the theorems of geometry, triangles, circles, quadrilaterals, polygons, revise all these things and then start practicing some more questions. That will make you feel better. Ashish, better than doing nothing. Okay, Vaishnav. Sir, is 2 LRDI enough to get ready for CAT? Ashish, only 2 LRDI. So if you are very strong in LRDI and you're just taking up 2 LRDI sets every day, just to stay in touch with LRDI, then it's fine. But if you are struggling in LRDI, if you are an average student, then only 2 LRDI sets on daily basis will not be enough. So Ashish, you don't have plenty of questions with you. This is what you are saying. So why not join any of the test series that is available online? So BYJU'S exam prep has like recently, a few days back, they have started their test series. I'll also give you information about that test series in a few moments. So you can always go for it and practice questions from there. Okay, so that achievement feeling we get after completing target makes lazy. So Vaishnav, तभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ, don't let yourself finish the target. 2 or 3 days before you are about to finish, revise the target. Okay, I find geometry easy but arithmetic to be difficult, especially when it comes to delivering the data from the questions. Delivering the data, deriving the data from the questions. Okay, so if you are feeling that geometry is easy and any other thing is difficult, so again do the same thing like I have suggested. Okay, all right. So friends, that is all about the advice that I can give you to work on all these areas. I feel that is enough for all of you for this session, right? And we'll see you once again. In case you have any kind of queries, please keep posting it in the chat box of the sessions that I'm taking. And if I feel like picking up any of the queries and I feel like I can make up a proper session, I can dedicate your query to a particular session, especially, then I will definitely conduct those sessions. Till the time, I wish you all the best for your practice. And I believe most of you will follow the schedule that I have told you. Most of you will take out at least 10 to 12 hours in a day to practice for CAT 2023. So friends, that is all from my side. Some of the important information also related to the test series I'll be giving you now. So first thing, you can unlock your free trial on the portal of BYJU'S Exam Prep by visiting our application and clicking on unlock your free trial. So that will help you in unlocking your 3-day free trial access to the portal of BYJU'S exam prep. Also, like I told you, some of the students, especially Ashish. So Ashish, you can join this particular test series for CAT 2023 and other MBA examinations. Now there will be 80 plus mock papers that will include 25 mocks from CAT and 55 mocks from non-CAT examinations. Also, there will be topic-wise tests covering all the subtopics. There will be 10,000 plus practice questions on all the topics. There will be video solutions for CAT mock papers as well as the detailed mock analysis, right? Okay, so you can go for this particular test series. You can enroll now and keep practicing the questions. This is the list of CAT 2022 toppers from the last year. The roadmap to CAT, the roadmap to 99 percentile in CAT. A beautiful session, a live interactive workshop will be taken by Srinivas sir on 30th of July at 11 p.m. At 11 p.m. At 11 a.m. I'm sorry. So those who are still confused about how to score 99 percentile or how to score good in CAT, you must attend this workshop, which will be conducted on 30th of July at 11 a.m. To register for this session, to register for this workshop, you must visit the application of BYJU'S Exam Prep. And on the first page, you will see the registration link for this live interactive workshop. Okay. Now, any student who has not yet started his or her preparation or who has just started his or her preparation for CAT 2023 and want to join any of the new batches which are available at BYJU'S Exam Prep. So yes, you can enroll now in any of these batches. We have plenty of new batches available, and these are the complete details that you can see on your screen about this batch. The link is given in the description of this session on YouTube, using which you can be a part of BYJU'S Exam Prep. But before you will join, why not go for a scholarship test? So the next scholarship test is being conducted on 23rd of July at 11 a.m. Register for the scholarship test and get up to 90% scholarship on CAT preparation programs. So friends, that is all from my side. You can get social with us on all these social media platforms. Thank you very much for being a part of this session. I hope I'm being helpful to all of you. All the very best. Have a nice day. Bye bye.